And I sit here and I thought about it. Am I going to get a full example? And I am, because I think she needs, I know she watches my videos. Mother, I love you. My entire life, you have used me and my siblings against each other. You have called us and threw things in each one of our face about what each other do for you, to try to make us jealous of each other. You have now added my ex-husband to this equation. You called me, told me your dog died. I said, okay, if God put in my awareness, I'll make sure we find you a new dog. You called me back. Don't worry about it. I called Keith, and Keith got the dog for me. This situation is not about a dog. It's about the toxicity in a relationship with parents that don't see how they mistreat and abuse their kids. I in a relationship with that man. 23 years I went through abuse, mentally, physically, and fucking emotionally. I'm just now in a situation where I am thriving and doing way better I ever done in my entire fucking life. The jealousy run deep when it comes to my mother and me. She has always hated me for who I am because I've always thrived and overexceeded. And even when I was down inside of her, she didn't want me to come back up. I knew that because she was giving a report to my ex-husband about everything I was going through. And yet and still, I wasn't mad. I told her how, I asked her first, did you do it? No, I didn't do it. Okay, cool. I moved differently. I cut her off. I stopped dealing with her. Now let me go back, because my entire life I was trying to get out of this situation. I only had one safe place to go to, and that was my mother and my father. I took my kids to my mother and my father in the middle of the night. I did this several times. These people knew exactly what was going on. That ex-husband of mine called them, paid them to meet him, and they gave him the kids. So this situation with my parents, I love them. My daddy is a sweetheart, but he's a corporate too, because he sit there and he knows what's going on. Now, I'm not going to leave my ex-husband out, because he thrives off this type of shit. He's told me that he wanted me to suffer, but I ain't suffering. He's pissed off that I'm not suffering, because everything he said that I would go through, the shit didn't come to pass. He has sat here, just like my mother, told stories, told lies. He was the victim. Whole entire time, he was aiming for my demise. Everybody that knew me and knew him would come up to me and tell me how he didn't deserve me, because they knew exactly who he was and I didn't. 23 years. I was married to a cheater, an abuser, mentally, physically, and emotionally. This video is not to bash them. It is to bring awareness to behavior. Some people feels like they are who they are and it's okay because it's their normalcy. But it's very toxic. I realized how big of a trait and a pattern I had this embedded in my life, because as I'm seeing this, I also see this in my ex-husband and me and his relationship. The whole entire time, I can see everything that's going on, but I don't know how to break the cycle, because it was bigger than just that situation. Now, he is my mother. He's telling everybody, I don't know what's going on. Just like she telling everybody, I don't know what's going on. But you done told everybody I left in the middle of the night. The night I left in the middle of the night and brought me and my kids to Georgia, and I didn't tell anybody. I only had $6,000. I did a video on TikTok. It's on YouTube. It's on everywhere. I document everything for a reason. I did this because the day before, he came to steal my son. Now, mind you, throughout the entire time I'm trying to get a divorce, somebody anonymously called CPS. He's showing up at my business, drunk and high. The nurse and my workers got to keep him in the back while the inspectors are all there. It's so much going on. It's even a video where I had to call the police and the ambulance, and everybody had to come. They get him removed from the house. But because the laws are the way they are in Texas, they couldn't make you leave. He wasn't being destructive. He's fine. He could stay there. I couldn't see the shit because my mama was the shit. And I didn't look at her behavior as a bad thing. I welcomed it. So I married it. I'm not going to sit here and not look at my situation as it's light and I don't deserve better. Nor am I going to aid and abide by my past and the life I left behind. I'm not asking anybody in my life to change. I'm telling you, I've changed enough to make better decisions and choices. But I'd be damned if you're going to walk in my life and act like you are not trying to do anything to harm me. I'm going to put you in your place. I wasn't going to go in all of that. But I want you to see how this was a pattern that I was trying to break. And now my mother has gotten my sister involved, and it's okay. I did this video to let people know that sometimes things has to get a little messy for you to get your point across and for you to break the generational curse, for you to break something that's been going on for years in your family, in your household, in your immediate family, something that has been a thorn in your fucking side. And those of you that are the generational curse breakers and the black sheep and the ones that are intuitive that can actually see through the veils, you're going to be looked at as the one that's going to be messy, when really you're not the messy one. You're not the one that's going around gossiping. And I'm going to leave this at that because really I can write a book about all the shit that I've done found out since I've left that marriage that I was in. The toxicity. The truth I just revealed a couple weeks ago that people still don't understand why the hell I said what I said. You may think it's a lie, but it is the truth. He may think he can walk around and act like he gonna get away with what he did, but he is suffering for a reason. I do these videos not just for myself and my clients. I do these videos for my kids. I have 5 kids. People didn't understand why I changed so drastically. Because I needed to change for 5 kids that didn't ask to be here. Nor did I know that I was in that situation because it was normalcy. As a mother, we are responsible for a lot. And people know I love my kids. I stopped my whole life for my kids. I make sure my kids are better than me. And they are. And they are. Even when my kids speak when they speak their mind, they can be wrong as hell. And I told them, speak your mind, speak on your truth. Even if you don't have the right knowledge, don't close your throat chakra. Even if you have to check me, I'm okay with that. Because I didn't have that growing up. Now, are they going to have to be corrected down the line? Yes. Oh, most definitely. There's always room for growth. But I don't allow them to not speak their truth.